Hello guys, I'm Shower King here. You saw, and I'm back here once again. You saw the title of the video. Who will be the first member of the Kowagama Gym to permanently retire forever? There's no coming back. There's no what if or buts. They're just going permanently. And the major go back to chapter, I believe, is 704, where Kimura brought the fact after Ippo, like the Kowagama father playing baseball, that Ippo's like, what did that guy on the other team mean? He mean that hopefully this little group of ours stay around forever, pretty much. You know, you better enjoy the time you have together, because it's not gonna last forever. It's not gonna last forever. And even if it's like one of us could be the first to leave, then I better enjoy this time where I can, because it could be me with some massive foreshadowing, which everybody forgot about. That technically Ippo was gonna end up leaving first, well, retiring first, anyway. Because that piece of foreshadowing, I forgot about it. I remember that baseball chapter quite clearly, but I forgot about the whole, one of us can end up leaving the group or retiring first. But in this case, in this particular video, it purely refers to the fact of, we all know or expecting Ippo to return at this point. We're all expecting it to happen. So it's not like one of those things where, oh, Ippo is permanently retired. Everybody's expecting Ippo to come back eventually, so it's not going to involve the temporary retirement. It's just like permanent retirement, as in, I don't see you for a good 5 to 3 years and say, and we catch up like years later. That type of permanent retirement type of thing. Because it's not really a video about who's going to leave the gym first. It's about who's going to permanently retire from the sport of boxing, just in general, just 100% stop coming towards the gym for a few months or years. Maybe catch up some time later. How's it going? How's your life is? One of those type of things where you don't see each other for a long period of time. In my opinion, out of the 5 candidates here, we're already expecting Itagaki to lead the gym, but I doubt he'll truly lead the little group. I guess he might keep in some light contact. So I'm not gonna really involve Itagaki inside this whole conversation, because I already believe that Itagaki's gonna lead the gym. And if he does lead the gym, I doubt he'll be talking too much with Takamura and them. Sure, he might still show up to Takamura's fights or Ippo fights, but I don't believe that he'll still keep in that much of a contact with the guys. I could be wrong. It depends on how the whole fallout happened and what causes Itagaki to leave the gym. It does depend purely on that, but anything can happen. When I refer to who's going to retire from the gym, you saw in the thumbnail, between Aoki, Kimura, Takamura, and Ippo, there's only one. I'm gonna say Takamura and Ippo for last. No. I take on those two first. I take on those two first, because arguably throughout the entire series, up to chapter 1204, after Ippo got knocked out by Antonio Guevara, that was the only times where it's just oh, when the next time Ippo gets into the ring, which he promised Kumi, if I lose again, I'm not coming back. On which that was a complete lie, because not only does he still show up to the gym, not only does he still go for his morning jogs, and still pretty much still trains. He's still involved with boxing. He haven't left boxing completely, so it's not like he's truly retired. And then he's put down the gloves. He just picked up the mitts. He's still in the gym. Which Kumi don't even agree too much to that. But it is what it is in that one. So with first Ippo, I personally believe he's going to come back. I believe he's coming. And then it goes to the great Takamura. Well, would Takamura leave first? I doubt he would. But I can always theorize Takamura can get to the heavyweight class, his final weight class, and lose. Is more likely, in my opinion, going to deal with the death of Kowagama. In my personal opinion, some people like to have that false hope that, you know, this is fancy land. People don't get killed. Nobody dies. We just live forever. No, in this case, people die. It is what it is. It's a sad reality of life. Again, Kowagama has been given warning signs after warning signs after warning signs about you pushing yourself. You're too old. Even his old friend Nakota's just what you know, we're old men, right? You're turning into some type of wild beast. And Kowagama said he'll give his life for his youngsters to continue on to their future in their career. So in my opinion, Kowagama dying is a high possibility, but I doubt Takamura will be the first one to retire, because they're going to be, in my opinion, someone who retires before him. And I believe that Ippo, they're going to come out to Ippo or Takamura. I think Ippo can be the last one to retire, and maybe then he might become a trainer or a coach, or just help out with Imazawa's manga. Which I still, it would be a hilarious theory if it was true that Iwasawa was the true author of Hajime. That'd be hilarious. This entire time he was reading his manga, and we catch it with Ippo. I said his name right. Iwasawa. I butchered it. I haven't said the name in a while. But the kid who used to bully Ippo as a manga artist, it'd be hilarious as he's not currently. Or just currently just a manga artist who's just like, hey Ippo, what you think of it? It seems pretty good. It seems pretty good. It wasn't easy to get in those testing moments from Itagaki Takamura. But how did you feel in the Blake what the opponents were thinking? I just made some stuff up. It'll be the fights are actually happen, but we get off it. But it was always being the true author Hajime, but that would still be funny to me. But now it's coming out to those two who's been hinted towards or mentioned or once been brought up once or twice. So maybe we're going to retire. Or with Kimura's match, I'm gonna retire. Or after Yoki got beat up by Shinobu, or I'm gonna retire then. We come down to Yoki and Kimura. In my opinion, just to outright answer the question in the video, I believe Aoki be the first one to retire. But first, look into Kimura. Some might say, oh, Kimura don't really do anything. Kimura don't have a goal. Kimura don't have this and that. Like I said time and time again, Kimura is sadly that type of boxer who hang out in the gym. He's an outright decent, natural level boxer, but he's the type of guy who will never end up being world champion. And he'll be lucky he's able to get. I just saw some stuff on my floor. He'll be lucky to be able to get a national champion, and that's it. But overall, Kimura is the type of guy who's not going to become world champion, or might not even become national champion. He's just with that veteran guy who's good, got technique, and he could end up being a better trainer than an actual boxer. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds in states for Kimura? But I just don't see Kimura actually leaving first. And that's the fact that he was the first one to bring up the whole. Hopefully, this group will stay together and last long. To me, it's one of those things where, just like I said before, Kimura, outside of the sport, he don't really have too many things going for him, to be honest. Because, like, even though you could say at the beginning Aoki and Kimura was in the same boat, getting expelled from school and everything like that, Aoki has more to lose, which I would get into. But with Kimura, he could easily become a trainer. He could be the Shinoda 2.5, which would be messed up, but it would make sense for Kimura. But who knows? Who knows? I'm not saying they're the same person. All I'm saying, it wouldn't be surprising if Ippo chooses to keep the gym alive, that Kimura would be right there with him. In my opinion, Kimura can make a decent trainer. He had figured out strategy before. He was able to put the things together. He got a decent boxing IQ, and he could train somebody. He could. So in that way, I don't see Kimura like permanently leaving from the gym or just permanently stop boxing in general. I just don't see it happen. But on to the main subject of the video. Then who can? Aoki Masaru is the guy. When I say he's the guy, he is the person with the most to lose, and arguably he has no reason to actually box anymore. We clowned and joked around him with Tomiko. He's the only one who got a stable relationship with a stable girlfriend. He owned multiple noodle shops that stabilized his life and everything. Technically, Aoki doesn't even need the box. He's been doing so successfully with his restaurant that he's able to put his own siblings to school. He's bid in commercials and sold commercial products as Brachio Man. Aoki has money. Not a cool effect, which was a moment that was coming up from the manga when Takamura told Aoki to sell them statues. He actually did sell them statues. It was cut up from the anime, but he sold like 2 of them and he was over there balling. So when it goes to everybody inside the gym, the person who got the most to lose, the person who really at this point don't really have any real reason to box besides that he likes the sport, is Aoki. I believe personally Aoki will be the first one to leave. And it would be surprising if he becomes national champion. Him and Tomiko has a child. After 2 mud fights, he retired. And that's it. He's the noodle shop man. That's it. Because it would make sense for Aoki. It would just make sense. Think about it. He is the only person outside the sport of boxing who actually has a stable life. Look at everybody else. Ippo, fishing Pogmento, work with his mother. He's addicted like a crack addict to the sport of boxing. Takamura, no one knows what Takamura does on a day-to-day basis. Live in the exact same apartment. It's just Takamura lives, breathes, and eat boxing. It is the only place where you feel alive. Kimura, what does Kimura got for him? He never got too many things going for him at all. Not really, outside the sport of boxing. So it makes sense why you become a trainer. But for Aoki, he got family, he got business, he got success. He got every single factor that'll make any sane person like Aoki just give up on boxing in general. And it's not worth risking my health to fight in a sport where I don't even need to fight anymore. At least at first, Aoki had no job. He needs the money. I should take that back. It's never explained how he got stuck with the whole restaurant. Maybe he just started a casual worker, then he became manager, and then he just started owning multiple ramen chains. It's never explained exactly, but we have got some hints towards it. But come on, Aoki is putting the work to stop boxing. He has no real reason to. Not cool in the fact, just like Kimura, at least Kimura don't got nothing outside of sports besides from work with his mother and father. But with first Aoki, he got his own business and everything. And he's like the second person who's been majorly hinted towards, I'm gonna retire, I'm gonna retire, I'm gonna retire. Even the first time Kimura was gonna retire, even he admitted that. Arguably, it's just gonna be his last performance. There's not much left for him in the sport after this. And for Aoki, the same case, the exact same case. When he was beaten up like a piata by Shinobu, thought about retiring. It was like another time we got beaten up. Also, what Aoki was considered retirement, but I can't remember when. I don't think it was for the Japanese Championship, but forgot where else. It was another time he was considered to retire, similar to Kimura. But yeah, in my opinion, Aoki is the main one that has no reason to be boxing at all. Like seriously, he has the most stable life. He has no reason to be in the sport at all. He's just there. He's not even doing anything. Sure, he not have a goal of Shinobu. But arguably, would he be that mad if he did call Tomiko an ugly pig? Really? Would he be that mad? Because I always thought of a dub where he's just like, Shinobu's just like, man, she just won't shut up, ugly pig. And Yoki's like, what the fuck you just say? What? And he's just like, calm down, Yoki, calm down. Calm down. Besides from that, it's just, Kimura can come up with an excuse, but eventually, Tomiko will have to come down and sit down with a talk with Aoki. He's just like, what are you even fighting for? Like, at least like Ippo and Takamura's crack addicts. Takamura's don't got anything. Kimura don't got too much going outside of boxing. But Aoki, you got all this success and stuff, and you just still boxing for no reason. All I'm saying is, do not be surprised if Aoki's the first one to retire permanently. Not coming back to the sport or anything like that. I doubt he will end up having 9 kids like his mother and father. But it'll be interesting to see what the rest of the Aoki siblings think about their older brother becoming a boxer. Becoming a boxer. Because we see how Teihei is. And I just believe that Teihei and like Kimura and Kentaro are being saved for a specific reason. Maybe for Ippo return. But I do believe they get more focus after the whole Takamura fight. But with the first two, refers to just Aoki. He got no reason to be in the sport at all. Like seriously, he has no reason at all to be boxing at all. No one even knows why he's even doing it anymore. He's just doing it just to do it. Because he's not doing it for the money, alright? We all know that Takamura was his inspiration. But besides from that, what is he even doing here? What purpose is he serving to continue boxing like this? For like no specific reason. Because aside from Shinobu, after he beats Shinobu, right? Let's say he beats Shinobu and that's it. He's back in the exact same scenario with Kimura. After Aoki, unless he gets another shot at the title, he's not becoming champion. Or world champion. He's not doing that. If you think he is, then maybe I'm the one who's delusional, but I don't see Aoki as world champion material. Maybe that's just me, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it at all. So maybe it's just one of those things where it's just me, but it's just I don't see Aoki or Kimura as world champion material. And it's not the fact of what type of opponents they face or it's not possible. It's purely just the fact that look at the story. It's not happening, in my opinion. It's just not happening. But yeah, to sum it all up, Aoki will be the first one to retire. He's just going to be the first one to leave the gym. The first major person to leave the gym. Because when Itagaki leaves, I'm sure it was set around like Itagaki as well. It will affect the group, but even though different from when Yamada left the gym, and I just moved on after Yamada, and then Itagaki showed up. Well, when Aoki leaves the gym won't even be the same anymore. Like it wouldn't even be the dynamic of the gym would not be the same anymore. Cause like Takamura would be missing one of his punching bags. It's just like with Kimura and Ippo, they'd be losing like a key shield against the great Takamura. It just wouldn't be the same. it's just, well, even outside of all the pranks and the jokes and stuff, it'd be like a massive void missing. Especially when I go meet up to go bowling or something. It's just like, without Aoki and Tomiko, where's all the fun? Where's all the fun? See, Kumi, if Tomiko is still working at the hospital, that Kumi would see Tomiko on like a daily basis. But as for Aoki, yeah, that'd be pretty sad to see Aoki go there. That'd be sad. It won't be the same. It won't be the same. And when I say it won't be the same, it's one of those things where reading Hajime Ippo forward, it will always be a massive void inside the group. Always something missing, always a key component. It's not like it can't work without Yoki, but it just be one of those things where it just, it is gonna hurt to see him go. It just, we've been with Aoki so long, we've seen him rise from the bottom, now he's here. A successful commercial businessman of the ramen noodle shop empire. A stable life, a girlfriend and everything, able to put food on the table for his own personal family, able to put his siblings through school. Aoki is the true hero of the series. I think I love this stuff too much, but yeah. Let's finish the video. To answer the question, who will retire first? Aoki will permanently retire from the gym first. He's not coming back as a trainer. He's not coming back as a second. He's not doing anything. He won't even manage or look for the venues like Yagi. When Aoki leaves, he is not coming back. Somebody say, what about his brother? Teihei don't need his brother there. Ippo is pretty much Aoki's trainer. And I'm pretty sure Aoki would have no problem with Teihei being in Ippo's hands. So maybe Kentaro... Actually, that would be messed up. That would be wrong. If the whole reason that Teihei and Kentaro is here is to replace Aoki and Itagaki, that would be... Oh, that would be messed up. It would make sense. Because the Kowagama 7 doesn't sound the same now, does it? But if Itagaki and Aoki leaves, then it'd still be the Kowagama 5 now, wouldn't it? It's a messed up thought. It really is a messed up thought. But it's one of those things where it could easily happen. It could easily happen. The whole reason Teihei and Kentaro could be here is just to replace Aoki and Itagaki, which would be messed up. But think about it. It will be too crowded dealing with 7 people. Somebody say, we already seen it with all of them in the gym together. They all had their moments and things like that. Just, hey, 5 minutes is different from an entire series. When it switches over to Teihei and Kentaro, it's just, maybe I'm the one who's gone delusional here. Maybe I'm the one who's gone delusional. All I'm saying is, it will make perfect sense if George chose to go that way. Make perfect sense. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Because it will make sense. It will make sense as a replacement for Itagaki, since it has been hinted that Itagaki is going to have some type of follow with Ippo eventually. Itagaki is jealous. He kind of wants pretty much some of the things that Ippo has. He wants some of that stuff. But I'm not saying any of this stuff is confirmed. All I'm saying is, don't be surprised if it happens. Just don't be shocked. Just don't say it came out of nowhere. Because in my opinion, when I think about it, when I honestly think about it, it'll make perfect sense as a replacement for Itagaki and Kimura. And for Itagaki and Aoki, that you bring in Aoki's younger brother, and you bring in Kentaro, who we don't even know what Kentaro can do. And on top of that, not only do we not know what Kentaro can do, we don't know what he fights like, or anything like that. So that's why I say that they're going to be saved for further reference. Hey, can create the development with both Ippo and Kimura and Takamura trying to train up the younglings. And oh no, then Ippo will be a part of the unholy trio. Not the unholy trio of Takamura, Aoki, and Kimura, but it'll be Takamura, Ippo, and Takamura. Kimura, Ippo, and Takamura, the unholy trio. My goodness, that look, you already see signs that Ippo is not so different from his other gym brothers. Alright, he try to act like he's not like Kimura, he's not like Aoki, he's not like Takamura. Lies. You're similar enough, you're close enough. No, that would be messed up. But so many things can happen. There could be so many possibilities with this. I didn't think this would be as fun of a subject to talk about, but apparently I'm having fun talking about this. When you think about it, like Itagaki is confirmed, and Aoki got no reason to astral box anymore. So having them be replaced by Kentaro and Teihei, it won't be the same. but it will be pushing the series forward towards Ippo's world champion conquering. I still want to sit up Miata for this Ippo fight, and I still need that Ippo versus Sendo 3. I gotta find out who's stronger. Can Ippo withstand the current day crouching style? Will we be able to see the return of the right-handed Super Smash? Or the debut of the right-handed Super Smash? But the Super Smash only showed up, he only did it while in Orthodox. But the right-hand Super Smash is a different breed. It will be a different breed, son. A different breed, but it all depends. But it's been me, Chakra King. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Get the whole retirement thing. Cause I knew when I look back on the thumbnail, that thumbnail looks pretty good. It got the fireworks of the retirement shooting past him, and Takabo's like, "Look, it's your weakness." And he was panicking. Oh god, I love this stuff too much. Some good times. Some good times with this series. It doesn't make any sense. Well, I'm so happy. But it's been some good times with the Kimuras, Ippos, and everybody else. But after this, I'll just be going back to drawing some more stuff, and going back to the webcomic until the next chapter comes out, which apparently someone can get the chapter before I can. That's not on the trans site, so I don't know how you obtain these chapters. Maybe it's spoilers, but who knows. But if you miss Chakra King, you guys like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and peace. And who do you personally believe will leave the gym first? Do you believe it won't be will permanently retire from the gym? Because I doubt when Itagaki leave, he's gonna retire from boxing. But Aoki, yeah, he is. So who do you think will be the first one to permanently retire? Do you believe it will be Itagaki, Aoki, Kimura, Ippo, or Takamura? Which the Ippo one, just like, you have no hope for the series going forward to saying that Ippo will be permanently retired. But hey, if you believe it, it'll make sense, because after all this time, I would be giving up hope, and then when it does happen, I'll be happy as a clan. But besides from that, be Mr. Shockwave King. Well, like, comment, and subscribe. I don't even know if it's 100% recorded or not. And if you made it to the end of the video, thanks. Like, comment, subscribe, and pretty much peace. I just been waiting to climb up this building. Just this is the highest point. It is the highest point. As I creep up here like I'm Sly Cooper. Too bad we don't get another Sly Cooper game. Manhattan. Police van assault. Gotta get down there. To be me, Shockwave King, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and peace. Who do you think would be the first one to permanently retire?